on Thursday night.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat that man for man. That's the kind of...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Bust through the tackle. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9.
To throw is Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers. A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Jackson now. Dancing to his left. Pushes him aside at the 10. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
Oh, man. Just when the deep thought they had the answer for it, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now third down and 6 to go.
Look at this Baltimore defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Fights him off. A second nice move, a spin. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
25 yards that time.
How about the way to move the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it,
Would you know win?
1st and goal.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Rashad Bateman.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
I think that might have been when I was asking
Tucker
if you were
now
ready.
for the extra point.
No.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Don't blame, but that's it. At least we're following this guy's shot.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. The Browns set to take over.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Watson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
But you said it was warmed up when I first got it. I mean,
on second
the answer is yes, but yeah, exactly. Yeah, the answer to your question is yes. I'm explaining to you why it is, why I am eating it.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys...
I mean, I like cold food, though. But I wouldn't mind it warmed up. And you could put a little bit more. It's not a biscuit. I don't need any... You could take that biscuit out of it, too, actually. Too far.
I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way. It's now through the first 3 drives. They're definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense.
Talking to myself, sorry.
Downfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense.
Oh, rap shit.
They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah. Either the weekend or maybe, like I said, Friday. I got to talk to see who will be available.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Taking it right down Broadway.
I mean, if it's just literally looking at the thing, the only thing I would trust him to do is to keep, like, maybe not make noise. But other than that, what does he have to do?
Yards and moves the sticks. The big play to start him
but
out.
then if we do that, then, I mean, like, I know you want to go to dinner.
Another run with Mitchell.
You would go, how you do it? You don't know. These are things that you don't do. But I don't want to make you do them, you know what I mean? If you're okay with it, though, yeah, I'm fine with it.
From the offensive line, they seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. They also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Can't be the trash. There's nothing in the trash. There's like 3 things in the trash. The shadow over there might be him. Might just be.
3rd and inches. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. They'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time
best family on
drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there,
okay, you
Brandon,
come here,
because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
21-0 our score after 1.
Think you know me? As it sits in my hand, it still hasn't been taken.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it as we resume action. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They run it again with Chubb. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Following the penalty, Chubb shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
To throw on second is Watson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Throwing again is Watson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Watson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
I was talking to Khalil today. He said we went to their house to watch the game.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
So we were talking today, and he was like,
play here. 3 wide receivers in the
and
formation.
Dave was like, they had a thing at their house yesterday. And he's like, yeah, I left everything I drank Saturday night in the bathroom to try to defend.
First down, here's Mitchell.
But I will say
something that I had for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
Jeff's girlfriend and Cub's girlriend. Oh, I didn't tell you about that. He told me about her when we met up with him Saturday. She was at Lot 45. I said I was calling.
They had to walk away from that feeling like, okay,
I can stand up when the going
gets tough in here.
Right back to Mitchell.
He had 7 names to me. I don't know what it is.
He's across midfield and down to the 49.
We were in the, it wasn't a space conducive to talk. Yes, no, I know it's me. But also, it wasn't really a conducive place for talking either.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding?
I didn't go to.
Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways. Call this penalty.
Threshold's kind of low, but
now Jackson on second down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his hands, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Play action. Now Jackson. That is caught. He will have the first down and a bit more. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 49 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this.
Well, that was always going to happen.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it is 28-0.
Well, because it was the only marvel between the two end games. So that's why I did $1 billion. It's also terrible for it now because there was no promotion for it.
Tucker now to kick it away,
no actual active promotion for it because the active strike just ended yesterday or 2 days ago. So that, and then also people don't like the losses for some reason.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And we check the rushing numbers so far here in Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now,
two of them
trying to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this
production. Color and the white one they don't like.
Because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that flag accepted.
No, I sent the video. When I said you look at the video, I say you dribble like your Uncle Tommy, and he like laughs and like thinks it's a compliment. Tommy I said it to him. He said, "Wait till you realize this is not a compliment."
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage.
Instead,
now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either.
Oh, they're giving Steph some kind of irradiated something, some isotope.
This has been total,
I don't know, man.
Domination.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes us 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And bring this out.
I just like I said, you know me. I usually get benefit of the doubt, and I definitely women in general, right? And I know that this kind of stuff happens, but I mean, if I was like I told you before, if I was him, at some point I'd be like,
and you have to think to yourself that this moment,
what is going on here?
Getting to this spot, it started in the off season, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well.
It's just something about it doesn't make sense.
We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage.
And it's hard because it's like I never want to, you know. But something about it just.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant.
Like if it was just me and you, I would be like, I don't know how I'd approach it. I would think
that becomes the burden of the play caller.
These guys
either that, you know what I would know that? I would probably get so frustrated because I'd be like, what's going on here? And be like, somebody told me something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like that. Oh. Look at these.
This group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm.
This is how we get back in the shape.
Up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down
pay attention to you over
every
there,
incompletion.
Well hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now Jackson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Just showed us a pretty good football IQ there. Didn't have anyone open. Did have a receiver in the area. Didn't want to take the sack. Just wanted to get rid of it. And successfully did so.
Does open himself to a pretty good shot taken there at the end. But you're right. Good job getting rid of it. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into booth ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Jackson staying on his feet. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
I mean, that's what they should do.
40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Give running right is
finally with the doctor that listened to me. And once they did, I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't go anywhere else. And then, or I'd be like, if they did make me go anywhere, I'd be like, all right, well, it's only people you recommend.
Now some trickery. They fake the spike.
I guess it's time to date myself a little bit because I remember
Dan Marino taking it out as soon as this game is over. Okay.
On a Monday night game against the Jets way back when. He's going to fake the spike and hope that the defense lets his guard down, but they were alert there, and this ends up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Now a loose football. The ball comes comes out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a sixth time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up.
They're
looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Cleveland offense making their way out. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to play that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having, because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And Davis could not handle.
Mitchell. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can.
And they will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
You can't pour your own coffee if you want that. few turkey meals at
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now away following the touchdown.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. That'll give them 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far, 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that, and guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
107 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
They go play action with Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
You know who we really haven't heard from? Think about it. Danny and Leslie. Danny and Leslie. Dan and Leslie.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Baltimore.
Sure.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
2nd and 10.
In motion, the tight end.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us. Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. From the end zone, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
They go with Chubb on second down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind. There he goes, right side. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 99 yards. And the Browns are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return for just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And they'll begin by running the option. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 126 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. There he goes, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Well, Lamar Jackson, I mean, he is just a ticking time bomb when he has got the football in his hands, and he explodes, Charles, for a big one there.
So there was the boom, huh? Because that's exactly what happened, right? And you can be in the right spot against him and not necessarily make the play. His talent is so good, and his ability to shift and move on a dime, oh, he is so impressive. Even when you play it right, he can make you wrong.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Ravens are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, They might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Now it's Watson. Another pass attempt.
If it's looking that way, you know already.
Over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
That's crazy.
DeForest Buckner drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Browns send out their punter now.
Now, her public information is known. What were they doing? Yeah, why'd they do that in public?
Fielded just inside the 30.
That's
a
crazy.
41-yard punt.
The more and more I think about that, you know how pissed I would be?
And that will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense back out there. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they
what are they doing with Baston?
Get more? Oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side of the way that this one is turning out.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Watson now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's taken to the 26. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
That's crazy.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now here come the Ravens. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation.
It's not looking good, Mom. She got COVID?
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Watson on 1st down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now Watson throws another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to bench a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for that. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
From the gun on third, Watson. And that is incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. His throw incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Watson. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And what is going on here? Are they serious?
They always jokes like that. I can't believe people actually do that. No. I know. I'm just saying, like, it's hard for me to believe people are like that. I've seen people post it. It's like medical question from you. Like, you don't know your child's character.
And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out of the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just
that's
to get
terrible.
One of the reasons they're down is that
But that's
inability
terrible. I
to
do get what
stop
you're
the
saying.
pressure. We saw another
That's
example of
crazy.
it there.
What if you don't get this child with
I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Avoids him at the 40.
So do you see about any other
on the return. And it'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
That's why I said I wish I had people.
And what is this?
To explain to me how
lining up here to
all these
punt
people
on first down.
is right or making up for it or they deserve it or whatever you want to say. It's ridiculous.
This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles.
I don't think somebody made a comment to that guy's or to his post of that comment. Yeah, I'm like, we gave Palestinians also, they don't have Palestinians don't have a place. You're like, well, where are we gonna go? Where are they gonna go? No, like I said, don't. No, she's cute. So everybody tried to, who? Why? Her? Who is that? That was, what's the girl's name? She got a strong face. That's who? Tiana? Yeah. Oh no! Oh, going after that way. I thought you meant like going after her in a mean way. Oh, I assume all you guys are halfway there anyway, so I'm never surprised. Not really. No, I just think that you guys are so like women are attractive, so other women are clearly attracted to them.
I think that's different. I think we are more open to say, like, I think she's attractive. Yes, she was more masculine to me, so if anything.
There you go.
But, like, I could never touch a woman's vagina.
You don't know what you're missing.
But that's how confident I am in my straightness. I think women are beautiful. I love women's bodies. I love them and I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, I want a body like that, things like that.
It's a beautiful thing. Fuck, my feet are cold, yeah. Give it to it, yeah. That's not what I need. Give me the schedule, please. Okay. Okay.